Welcome back to Study Break. That was the new intro. We're gonna do it every time from now on. This is Study Break number 16. We're talking about what just happened last episode, where y'all fell from the sky, and also y'all met some Brimstone Boys. All right, what's up?
Skydiving date.
Wait, am I crazy? I thought this was episode 17.
17.
16 was
Shit.
last time.
17. Sorry, episode 17.
Haha, for once, I got it right. What are we talking about? What did we do?
The episode?
Oh, I wasn't there for that.
Oh, well, okay. It started out in
I
Miss
actually
Gray.
played Beans and Sawyer for that one.
It started out Miss Gray took y'all to Principal Pad's office. Y'all saw the gym. I think I called it the infirmary. In my mind, it was like the gym where all the girls were
No,
staying.
you said gym. It
Yeah.
made
Okay.
it way darker.
Yeah, because it's like you know, like
You don't have enough room.
in times of like
Exactly.
war or natural disaster when they just like move people into like stadiums and shit. I was like,
Yeah.
damn.
Yeah, I had a little stuff. I kind of pushed y'all towards the docks, and that was on purpose because I knew that this episode
That's
would have
fine.
been
I was
super
ready to
long.
get out of there.
But
I gave the offer to see if you wanted us to talk to people. And
Yeah.
It seemed like it was a no, so.
yeah, but I mean, I had stuff planned just in case y'all were like dead set on fucking going. But if y'all were like, let's go to the infirmary, y'all would have seen like Talia and Gracker being like healed and stuff,
Actively dying.
Like on life support. Druid life support.
Well, I described this thing because I knew that this episode was gonna be like really fun with the Brimstone Boys and like the encounter was gonna be fun. So I was like, I don't know if I like established how like kind of like widespread this shit is and like how it's a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
So I was gonna be like, do you see the gym with all the girls, like Talia and Gracker? It's like they have druids healing them, and then they have like druids coming in and like swapping out with the druids who are healing them. So like they're constantly being swapped out, and like yeah, stuff like that. But yeah, y'all talked to Principal Pad.
You made us roll for if we were seduced by Principal
Yeah.
Pad.
I thought that'd
Yeah.
be funny. I thought that'd be silly.
Thank goodness I survived.
I didn't.
But
Beans is not
it would
canon.
honestly, Sawyer is so like, oh my god, it's Principal Pad. Like yesterday, before she saved the world, she would have like gone into his office and like asked for an autograph.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that would have been. But now it's kind of like, okay, you're welcome.
I think this episode is really making Beans think about some things.
Like what?
I don't know, Principal Pad and then Chet. A lot of hitting on Beans there.
Yeah.
Oh
Well,
no.
so I'll say.
Bean's
never-
sexual awakening. I said Bean's sexual awakening, and you were like, no. And I
Not
was
with
like,
Principal
sorry, I
Pad.
misstepped. Oh, but yeah, that would be inappropriate. With Chet? What's he gonna? He can't call you a
Olivia
lady.
just
What's he gonna be
shrugged.
like?
He thinks
My
I'm a
liege?
lady. That's because he's stupid.
He thinks you're a lady.
He keeps calling us ladies.
ladies.
Oh my
the
God,
fair
let's-
feline.
Yeah.
Go in and you can seduce him.
Yeah.
No, that's like unethical. I just mean that like a little like, haha, you were flirting with a boy the whole time, not like a physical situation.
That's fucked up of you.
No, I just clarified how not fucked up it was.
Oh, so it's funny for boys to like boys?
No, it's funny. It is funny for Chet to think that you're a lady
That's
and then
true.
you're not.
That's true, because he's stupid.
Because he's a stupid Brimstone boy. I loved them. I'm
Good.
like, it was
They
hard.
were really good.
It was
Good.
hard to keep it up. 'Cause I
Yeah.
was like, I love these guys.
I like Nails, Rusty Nails. And then I like that he went by Nails and not Rusty. I was like, oh my God.
So funny.
Well, also his name is Barry. Like
I heard them say
Oh,
I was
Wendell
gonna-
calls him Barry.
He's
I
like,
was
Rusty
going to
Barry.
bring
Nail.
it back and be like, I heard Wendell say Barry. Because he
Yeah.
kind of slipped up.
Yeah.
I have
Chet
been
was my
sitting-
favorite.
Like, Sawyer's name, that is why her name is Sawyer Cinderfoot. Because she saw your mom last night. Like, that is like the original reason that she is named Sawyer
Seemed
Cinderfoot.
so ready. Like you whipped that one out.
Well,
with-
because we haven't really had anyone to
viciousness.
like introduce ourselves to that we don't like. Everyone
Yeah.
we've been trying to make friends with. So I realized it when I walked in today. I was like, oh my God, we're going to introduce ourselves to the. Yeah, and you didn't know, right?
Didn't know that it was Saw Your Mom. No, I didn't know.
Okay. I've been sitting on that for a year. A year. How long has Sawyer existed?
over a year.
That is why her name is Sawyer Cinderfoot.
Yeah, it was
That is
last. It was
awesome.
like last summer.
And that's
that we
all.
did it.
That's like the Cinderfoot family legacy. Like she'll Cinderfoot up your ass.
That is fucking awesome.
When I know I was like Beans is shocked, but I think like I was genuinely
Y'all's faces
shocked.
were
I was
really
like,
priceless.
We were both like, oh my God. Because you whipped it out with some viciousness. It was like, it was serious.
In my head, that was like that you came up with it. Like when you're like, oh, I know you said it was like a call and
Should I
response
have-
chant. I was like, oh, you
it was
came
also
up.
like tough. Like you said it really like.
I was like, shit.
And it was like
it would have been cooler if I had lied and been like, I came up with that on the spot.
Esta and Beans like I don't think I've ever really heard Sawyer be like genuinely mean.
Never
like,
seen her around a Brimstone Boy.
Yeah, exactly.
If somebody like introduced themselves to me like that, I would be, holy shit, I gotta go.
Scared.
I like, shit, I gotta get out of here.
Yeah.
Did you
feel
roll
like a little
intimidation
punk?
for that? Because it was good.
Oh,
I think Chet was just so excited.
I think
Chet was my favorite. He was so cute.
I don't know. Should I have asked to roll intimidation?
If I knew,
Chet?
if
I think you should have been
if
like,
I
roll
met Chet
intimidation.
in real life,
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh my fucky, get a load of this guy.
I didn't even think of it as intimidation.
Hello,
I thought of it as
ladies.
like, get owned. I love Chet.
oh my God, when you were like,
But I hate him.
stop, please, mercy, I was like, that was
Mercy.
so funny.
I also Esther still never introduced them. I was waiting for like someone to push because she was not gonna.
Oh, I
she
meant
was
to, and then I
not-
got distracted.
She did not introduce. So I don't know.
I
They're
think
gonna
he,
like.
no, he calls
try
you.
and
He calls you
refer-
Esta later.
Well,
He must have heard us.
But maybe you didn't introduce like your last name or something. I don't know.
They don't know.
Because you would be like known, right? Like your family's like known.
I was gonna say Ruidon.
oh,
Didn't
yeah.
see it.
Esther Ruidon.
Oh.
Well, we can use it next time
Yeah.
as leverage.
Yeah.
Time. Well, I can't use my intimidation already expired, so.
That was good. No, I think now that like every time we meet
Can it be,
somebody you
can it be,
don't like, you
passive
should.
intimidation.
You should
What?
use it
Can
again
it just
another
be
time.
like Chet thinks I'm cool? Chet thinks he got owned a little bit.
Chet fucking.
I think
don't-
Chet
Chet,
loved
there
it.
is nothing going on in that brain.
I was gonna say, I don't know if Chet has like the capacity to be like, I'm getting owned right now.
yeah.
Oh, I
he-
wasted it on him.
all he's going is going. Pretty girl is talking to me.
Wow. Pretty girl looking at me.
Pretty girl looking at
Sawyer
me.
is really pretty by Hobbit standards because she's like round.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You want
She's
your
stout.
proportions to be like even
Yeah.
your width and your height.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think now every
built.
time
She's
we
stocky.
meet somebody that we don't like, I think you have to introduce yourself like that.
Yeah. You have to use it again.
No, I totally will use it again.
Like,
but
now
it,
that even
it
though-
was mostly seeing Yell's reactions.
Yeah.
Because I really like.
Is that the
is-
secret you've had?
Well, remember, because Olivia and I know someone in real life named Sawyer. If she's listening to this, I mean, that
Hey,
would be
Sawyer.
pretty
Hey, girl.
high. How are you, girl? How are you? You know what I mean? Anyway, but you were like, oh, did you name it after her? And I was like, no. But you thought I think you thought I was lying because I couldn't.
I did.
Because I couldn't be like, no, it's because she saw your mom last night.
Well, one quick thing that we didn't talk about, that Lord Arathis. What about that?
Oh, yeah,
interaction?
sorry.
Oh shit.
I forgot
and I
about it.
tripped that guy down the stairs.
Yeah, good work.
Yeah,
I almost cast.
that's what he gets for wiping your hand off.
I should have
Yeah, that's
cast.
fucked
I
up.
almost cast detect thoughts on him, and I should have.
That would've been
Oh,
so-
yeah.
that would have been so high.
But I get why you didn't because
I-
you didn't know like where we were going.
I didn't know what we were doing, where we were going, what
Yeah.
like the time constraints were. I should like maybe not worry about those things because it would have been cool. But I do want to cast it on him at some point.
Yeah, I wanted like
Cast it on him because it's surface level thoughts. So in that moment, you might not have caught anything. If you can
Yeah.
catch him off guard,
Yeah.
like in a moment of panic, and be like, "Bam, detect thoughts."
Yeah.
you might like.
yeah, we
catch
need to figure out like a good setup to try to
I
get
know.
Lord Arathis.
For sure.
So I've been saving detect thoughts for somebody.
we should have done it right as he tripped down the stairs.
Yeah, it would have just been fuck, shit, god damn it.
yeah, probably.
I fucking hate Arcano balls.
Did he? Yeah, well, he asked us what happened, which I thought, oh, maybe Principal Pad wouldn't tell him.
Well, no, he knew.
Oh, he knew. Okay.
He would. I think he asked like, oh, what did he ask?
But we
like
did
y'all
not.
He
were
asked if we were like
okay.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like the main thing he said was like the Golden Order sending more people to Frogmont.
Yeah, which I was like, fuck.
Yeah, that was the most important thing.
Well, and also y'all know that as in like from what Felicity told y'all of like they're searching for Big P.
Yeah.
So like they're searching for the Golden Order like needs to get to it. So now they're like upping. They have a reason now to be sending things and do more investigation.
Sawyer's definitely a little bit wiser than she was on the first day of school, but like she's not quite at the level of like, being cognizant that like increased surveillance is not going to benefit the general population.
Yeah.
But Beans was kind of getting there.
Yeah.
Well, no, he told you that, with more agents around, they actually do capture more bad things.
Yeah, but like
That's
bad
so
to who?
interesting.
Well, no,
It's like-
bad things, but it's also like, increasing
What are the bad things?
Bad-
Yeah, it's like
patrol,
It's like, oh, what's well, it was like he said it was like adverse things, and I was like, yeah, adverse to the golden
to the small group
to the golden order.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, eventually we will become adverse to the golden order in their eyes. You know what I mean?
We probably already are if they knew all of the stuff we've been doing.
Yeah, because they probably set it up and they put the goop there. They're working with hell. Sorry, that's like an insane theory. I don't know if I actually believe that. I'm still unpacking that.
But yeah, Lord Rather, you trimmed down the stairs.
That was so funny. I was so glad you rolled
sucker.
well.
And then Principal Pat talks to y'all. Y'all talk to him. He said Felicity, blah, 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 blah.
That's insane that we were the only group that could quest.
I would say the only like full group. Like,
Yeah.
Which, like, they're not going to send a not full group, right?
Yeah.
Like, we were the only ones who could go out.
Number 1 by default. Let's fucking go.
That's our new team name.
Yeah.
Number 1 by default.
And then Professor Sprout makes an appearance. The mercurial vegetation professor.
I love
You
that.
described her as green this time.
Yeah, she's a
Has
green
she
owl.
always been a green owl?
Yeah, she's like the Duolingo owl.
Oh, damn.
No,
That's
you should have
really
said
funny.
that.
The Duolingo owl flies into the room.
Oh my God.
I should have said that as Sawyer.
Did you see the Duolingo owl was at the Barbie premiere?
No.
Sorry.
Yes.
Yeah, Duolingo was dressed in a cowboy Barbie outfit.
She was
Sorry.
fucking serving.
It's been in my head for a few days now. Anyway.
I didn't know she was green, so I had to recolor her in my imagination today.
Shit,
I forgot
Coloring
coloring.
pages.
I forgot
Yeah.
that she was a fucking owl. Like,
You were like,
forgot
she
that.
pulls
Those are
out
her
her
two
notes.
traits.
She
How did
pulls
y'all
out this
forget?
thing,
She's
and
a
I was
little
like,
owl with,
where
like,
is
little
it
hands.
coming from?
She's
No, I get it.
magical.
it's in her
I get it.
feathers.
Yeah.
And then
I thought it was one thing I thought was strange. I was like, why are you telling us this?
because she's like the herbologist.
Yeah.
She's got like she needs to tell you all about.
Oh,
like, the
yeah,
She
that's
said
flowers.
it was to get an herb.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. That's right.
And also you all saw the paintings of Superintendent Glup Gillytoes.
I didn't want to do it in the moment, but I have +5 history just because like Sawyer's heard so much legend of Frogmont growing up. And I really wanted to roll history on those to see like what if I had heard anything about like what was people's attitude about
like-
Principal Pad. Like there was a short time where the principal wasn't a bullywug, yes.
Yeah. No,
So,
like
like-
the one before him was a Goliath woman.
Yeah, so I wanted to like get a sense of all that. I don't know, but maybe next time it comes relevant, I can roll history for what I remember.
Yeah.
Like based on the portraits and based on what I've heard.
Uh,
I
Okay.
was really interested in that in the moment.
I feel like, and I could be wrong, didn't Miss Gray like be like, there's not really a rubric when we talked to her about this
She
shit?
didn't give us one. Oh, I also meant to.
But now there is a rubric.
I really want to ask Beans why grades are so important to him, because like the math is not mathing.
Guess
so
you'll have to ask.
I know. Next episode, I really need to ask you. About
I
that.
do have an answer.
I know, but like, it makes no sense to hear it now. So I'm gonna find out. I mean, like as Lilly it does, but
Yeah.
as Sawyer doesn't.
Principal Pad was concerned about y'all being contacted by people outside of Frogmont.
And we said,
Yeah.
how's that happen?
No, and then he
But
wrote
he
a
knew
note.
we were lying.
Well, you wrote
Oh,
wrote something
fuck.
down.
He wrote, they are liars.
I was like coming up with all this like stuff in my head of like responses for him to be like, "Are you sure?" I'd be like, I was
And
like,
it wasn't even just like y'all failed. It was a nat 1.
Yeah. That was. That,
Sorry,
I'm
guys.
flunking you.
Yeah.
I'm flunking your dice.
yeah,
I think I had a 5, so don't come for me as hard as her.
okay.
Everybody go for Campbell.
But yeah, I was trying to come up with like how we would continue the lie, and then he just wrote the note down, and then my heart sunk.
I feel like
I was
nothing's
like,
worse.
that is even worse.
It's the worst thing somebody can do.
Like, instead of like calling you out for the lie, they're just jotting it down. They're like, okay, you're a liar. Like, they've made their decision.
God.
Principal Pad will never trust us again.
I don't think he trusts anybody, so.
And y'all go to the docks, and that is where y'all meet the Love Boat crew.
Oh my God.
Chet,
Love boat.
Weather Feather, Wendell Strongaxe, and Rusty Nail.
I thought they were going to prank us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was really ready for like, whoa, I don't know, we're throwing slime at you. That's the first thing
They-
I thought of.
I was deciding in between. I had two things
Like
like
spitball.
ready. I had two things ready of just like them like popping up being like, hey. Or they were going to do like the Brimstone dance of like the welcome dance or something. But,
I
like,
would have been ready.
Oh
I had a
my
whole. I have
God.
an anti-Brimstone like heckling cheer.
Yeah.
That was gonna be. Listen, they threw me. The Chet's entrance, I'll give it to them. Threw me off.
Yeah.
So I
That's what I
wanted us.
thought.
If they had done their dance, we could have done our like Frogmont is so cool. Cheer.
Yeah.
But I've got it.
Could it turn into like a little battle?
A dance battle.
Yeah, but I was like,
I've got
let's
it
just.
later.
I was like,
Shit,
I
a
think Chet.
brimstone dance?
I think Chet just wants to. Maybe they'll show it to you later.
Okay, you want my flunk? It's that you didn't do the brimstone, dance.
Yeah.
The boys
happen
maybe do it
next
for you.
season.
Yeah, they'll maybe do it for you. But I think Chet was just like, I was like, I think just Chet flying out and also just saying like, "Hello, ladies," is like the most like. I think that's like a huge reaction.
Yeah, we.
I
all
was gonna have
Okay.
Esta.
That was
like,
better than any prank.
Yeah.
Real.
I was gonna do like Esta pulls out her like Clorox wipes again, like is like wiping off Beans and Sawyer's hands after they like shook with them.
Come here, guys.
Come here. Like
and
mom.
I would not have let it happen.
Chet is just a big kind of like fratty guy. Wendell, a big like kind of nerd. I was gonna say he's like built like Baymax. That's kind of how I imagine him in my mind.
Well, you should have said that.
I don't think I had like the time.
What do you mean?
Wait, now I gotta reprogram him in my head.
You make your own time.
Oh, I was imagining him like Gorgug.
What kind of Aarakocra was Chet?
I think like
I was
Like-
imagining a bald eagle.
Bald
like
eagle.
bald
Yeah.
eagle, like or like all white or something like that. or
I was
bald
I
eagle.
was fully as a bald eagle, white head, brown body.
Definitely like white.
Oh my
That's
god.
the thing. And Rusty Nails, who his boyfriend Greg broke up with him.
But they'd only been dating for 3 weeks. I felt like that was a little misconstrued.
That was funny.
Heartbreak is real. When Bean said that, what did you say? It was so mean.
Something about now I see why Greg left you.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say heartbreak is a serious condition, Beans. But I don't know. Maybe I hadn't softened up.
The brightest
Maybe I hadn't
fireworks
softened up
burn the
since.
quickest.
What's the saying? I forgot it.
Isn't it like the brightest
The
fires,
brightest fires
burn?
the fastest.
Yeah,
It's
something like that.
the way what you said was funnier.
It was
Yeah.
funny.
Because he didn't know it.
'Cause he said it
Oh,
wrong.
isn't it the hottest fires burn the brightest? Is that it?
That's
maybe.
different.
I don't know.
No, it's something about burning the quickest because it's about like,
Yeah.
a passionate relationship.
Yeah. Anyway,
Him and Greg.
that's
That was
Greg.
so funny.
His boyfriend Greg.
Yeah.
Ex. And then
Ex-boyfriend.
ex-boyfriend Greg.
We learned.
And then, well, the stuff with Fia.
We
Yeah.
learned a lot of like
Yeah.
interesting information from them.
Yeah. Well, I was like,
Yeah.
gotta get some more info from the boys.
Well, I was kind of scared to give them too much info on our part because, like, I don't know. They seem trustworthy because they seem like they're also silly,
Yeah.
but you never know.
Well, I wonder if I should have asked. I don't know. And kind of like when you're a kid, you're not like so worried about asking. But I wanted to be like, did Fia is Fia transgender?
Yeah.
Like not to say something problematic and be like, it's what my character
No,
is.
I know.
Oh my god.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
I was like,
Like-
I knew, I
Like, I
trusted
wanted to
you.
ask, like, oh, but then when I was like, I would leave Brimstone too.
That's why kind of like they don't like say it. They're just kind of like, oh yeah, no, she went to Brimstone, and then she was like, I don't know if I belong here, and now
Yeah.
she's at
Yeah.
Frogmont.
Which is honestly all.
Easy peasy.
That's all.
Yeah,
we need to
that's all it is.
say. Yeah.
And I mean, there is like
But
some more
hopefully I didn't like
explanation.
make light of the representation whenever I was like,
No.
I would leave Brimstone too.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I think that's funny.
That's all it is.
Yeah. Yeah, they were gonna have like
I can't imagine being a girl at Brimstone. I would have left too.
they talked about like, oh yeah, like Greg or like Fia is Greg's cousin, but like third cousin. And Wendell was said that he was friends with her. Like they talked over the summer.
What was interesting is one of them said something about the people at the type of people that are from hell, or like the type of people that are like associated with demons, and something that Sawyer heard from Team 101 that I like. We can say I told y'all, or
Yeah.
maybe I should bring it up.
No, it's fine.
But it was like that they're actively teaching in the Frogmont curriculum that like tabaxis like have this like negative association
Mhm.
Yeah.
with like demonic powers.
Yeah, when he was referencing bad people that like kill you on sight, which
Is that kind
could,
of what
could be.
your dad does?
Yeah.
That could line up.
Yeah. I don't know. If you need to know it later, you can say you already know it, or I can.
I feel like it'd be
I
fun
should
for you to
relay
bring it
y'all.
up. Like,
It'd be fun to bring it up because it's so awkward.
yeah,
To be like, hey, I should because it's like Frogmont, Sawyer's like favorite place in the world is
Yeah.
like being actively racist.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll bring it up because that'll be interesting to see like how
Could be
Sawyer
fun.
would put that into words.
I think these like because it was the same like Greg and Fia were both like, oh, they were like getting disillusioned, right, and like wondering what their place was in the world.
Especially as a cleric.
Yeah, I really think that I liked your question of like what god did the cleric worship?
Yeah.
Because I think that would have told it. Like, I think if it was like Hyperia and then he got disillusioned, I'd be like, I think that's the Silver Crown.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it's Hyperia, or the other option, which I don't necessarily think this is that it's a minor, like a more minor god that he was a cleric to, and the influence of the Golden Order curriculum made him was pressuring him to worship Hyperia instead, or to stop worshiping that minor god. So that's like the only other thing I can think of.
Yeah, I was thinking like either there are agents from hell, because we've seen a lot of not a lot. We've seen some students be like maybe disillusioned with the systems that they believe in.
So true.
Because of like agents from hell.
Yeah.
But then there's also like the possibility that it's the Silver Crown, or that it's like it wouldn't be the Golden Order because they're trying to keep everybody in school.
Yeah, I feel like it's like
It's either hell or the Silver Crown.
Yeah, it's like because in my head the Golden Order is very much like I feel like most people don't like them if they don't fit with their status quo, basically. So I really think they're behind a lot of why all this is happening. Like, I think they're the driving force behind like they're creating issues so they can solve the issues and be like respected,
like mob violence.
Yeah. So that's why I think it's a Silver Crown, because like from what we kind of know about it, it's the rebel group. So like if you're getting disillusioned, I think they'd go there. I feel like if it was hell, they would just like it'd be more like Morrigan or whoever was the goop thing. Like they would be possessed. I don't think hell takes a chance on like trusting people to come to their side. I think they like make them come to their side.
It's also like if you get like possessed by someone, there's like also the possibility that it's like you continue to talk to this like entity in your head.
Yeah.
And they like
that's
propaganda you.
I thought at first like maybe they were possessed, but because we asked about dancing or like we pressed and they said no, they didn't do anything weird like that. That's why I think
I was hoping he was going to be like, yeah, Greg did get really into breakdancing. So we could be like, oh, it was the Red Bride.
Yeah, Greg break danced every night.
They were both older boys, right?
Greg was like a year older, and then Connor was like going to be a senior.
Okay.
I also think it's hell just because I think that's like one of the driving forces behind what happened at Frogmont.
Yeah.
So like it would make sense that they would have like children from like each of the 4 schools maybe have disappeared. Because they've been trying to hit kids from all 4 schools.
That's what I was thinking, but the fact that they disappeared and didn't
die.
That's,
I know.
Like
there's like something like there was like there might be like agents of like the thing that happened at Frogmont might have been like students were agents of multiple organizations, and that like
it like came out.
It came out in the encounter. Like that's
yeah.
I can't believe I told him about the Civil War.
Oh, sorry. It also seems like something went wrong with the situation at Frogmont, which would explain why people died in like whatever encounter that was. So maybe the like goal of what was supposed to happen at Frogmont was that 2 kids from Frogmont were just supposed to disappear.
Yeah.
Just like the ones at Brimstone did. Mm-hmm. But instead there were casualties because we heard the Red Bride and your dad talking about like, that went like south.
We know that like,
or it's like they know too much. We
had to kill them. Yeah.
Well, it was something that almost caused like blew the whole thing up at Frogmont.
Yes.
She was destroyed. They were, I don't know if it was explicit. I think it was that they were like, she was destroyed at what happened in Frogmont.
Yes.
And I think that's the third person that we don't know about.
Yes. So I think they were trying to like get like maybe 2 kids from each school to disappear.
Do we know what race Greg is, or like what class, or like anything? We don't know anything about
nothing.
Greg.
Nothing about Greg
Just
or Connor.
If they were going after Talia and Gracker, that's like one like sort of cleric Hyperia serving, and then one like Talia's a tiefling. And so I wonder if the Brimstone Boys, like Connor was this like cleric, maybe of Hyperia, some sort of cleric. Yeah. I wonder if Greg.
Hold on, Greg was a cleric.
Connor was a cleric.
Connor was a cleric. Greg, we don't know what Greg was.
No. Greg was a cleric.
Yeah.
We don't know what Connor was.
Because I thought it was
he was like a big
I thought it was cute
guy.
that it was a cleric and a tiefling.
But Connor Strongfoot was the football.
Yeah.
Blood
Rush captain.
So, okay, maybe I got them mixed up because I was also like...
we know he's a fighter. Connor's a fighter.
Well, I don't know. Okay, then maybe that was nothing.
Yeah.
No. I think there's still something there.
Just like Talia
of,
and
like what
Grecker-
kind of people they're taking.
Well, Talia and Grecker are like the top. They're like
Yeah, but
kind
we
of
also
most prolific upperclassmen. Like they're if you were gonna recruit somebody, you would want like top students. But we can't ignore that like they were like they were leading opposite sides of a civil war.
I
And
think,
it's like
but
they're
I
both
think
gonna disappear.
the Frogmont parallel to Greg and Connor is not Talia and Gracker. The Frogmont parallel of Greg and Connor is Talia and Moray and the third person. Tara, Moray, and the third person. Those are the same group of people that I'm talking. Like those are the same situation. Talia and Gracker are some other like
because they said
situation.
that Connor and Greg disappeared before the school year.
But they didn't mention any sort of civil war. And I'm sure if I had been like, we're having civil war, they would have been like, us too.
Yeah. Well, and they didn't mention like demons or anything. But yeah, I was surprised when you were like, you told them about the Civil War because I was like, wait, I thought your whole thing was like Frogmont's better. You wouldn't want them to know we have a Civil War.
It's true.
But I do understand from the perspective of like, it makes us look great.
Yeah.
It was, I think at that point it was, which is like an interesting direction that Sawyer's going. She would rather like our team look good.
Yeah.
Like then and be like, yeah, we saved Frogmont.
Yes.
Then be like, everything's great at Frogmont. She would rather be like, no, things are messy, but we're like holding it down.
And there was no way we were going to be able to like hide the fact that Frogmont is like, why are we going for this like special healing flower?
Yeah.
Like,
but like she would rather look
no
cool,
reason.
like cool to the Brimstone Boys.
Yes.
And, like than like all of Frogmont.
Yes.
Well,
Because
also,
she in her mind it's like she represents all of Frogmont.
also
Yes.
Frogmont has like not treated us well. You know what I mean?
She's
It's
like, she's
it's, like,
disillusioned.
every step of the way, it's like they kind of fuck us over.
But it's
They're not
also,
very
like,
nice to us.
Imagine if like you're like you root for like some sports team and like you don't like the coach that they brought in and like they're having a bad season and one of their players says something stupid, like you still love the team.
Yes, yeah.
And you like like the mascot and you still have all the merch and the
It's just a little more
jerseys.
conflicting.
But like you're still gonna root for them. You're just gonna be like, ugh, our coach sucks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like that.
But yeah, I liked all the information that we learned from them. Like, it's interesting to know because I wanted to know, like, are the other schools? Is this happening? Is this like just a Frogmont thing? So
I
it's
can't wait to meet Weaselbee or Valkyrie people.
All right, back to the big thing. We started falling through the air.
Yeah. Some demons came and crashed into y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah, what the hell?
But then I wanted to like interrogate them and be like, who do you answer to? But it became like clear pretty quickly that like
they don't know
did
anything.
not they forgot.
They
They're
they
too busy.
did not know who they answered to anymore.
Yeah.
They're
But they said something about like being sent there or like they had some sort of boss that like sent them there.
Yeah.
But I don't think interrogating them would have like revealed anything.
Someone like lit the match on the back of their boat and like sent them flying.
Yeah.
It just in like the same path as us. Like
Yeah.
they didn't care what happened to these guys.
Somebody with higher intelligence.
Yeah,
sent
someone
that
with higher
boat in our
intelligence
direction.
just like sent them on their way and knew that it would hit
It was
us.
like slapping a horse on the ass.
Yeah, exactly.
the best moment from that is like all of us like catching the stuff at the like Beans catching the stuff and somebody catching Beans and like we're all falling and then like Esta just like 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 an explosion.
yeah.
All the rest of the imps that could have attacked us.
Yeah.
I was nervous. I was like, this could like, because if anything goes bad, like if you had any other part of the encounter, I was like, this could be the end of Beans.
I'll say
Like, you do not survive.
I didn't want to say this because I thought like potentially it would be like big reveal to y'all, but I have my action surge. And
Oh,
so
yeah.
I like could have action surge, like put on the parachute and gotten to Beans. Like
It's more exciting if I didn't know that.
yeah.
But
if you
then
didn't know that. Well,
yeah.
you didn't know it in the moment.
I know. I did. Well, I said like that was more exciting because I forgot that.
Yeah.
But yeah, back to that little qualm I had in the middle of the episode. I literally almost leveled up fucking Monk and had slow fall and thought, I wish I would have said it out loud to y'all because then like that would have been so funny. I was like, we don't ever fall. Why would I like?
I wish we had that.
I got rid of-
Y'all were talking about like some stuff, and I was like,
If I could have a recording of you saying, we never fall.
I was like, when do we fall out of anything?
Why would I need slow fall? Why would I need feather fall? Yeah.
Yeah, like in my head, I was like, oh, we'll just like. We're going on a boat. I forgot the whole airship thing. I was like, we're not going in the air for our quest.
We leveled up before this episode, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And
I knew
Beans leveled up Barbarian and not... what's it called?
Monk.
Well, yeah, but what's the feather?
Slow fall.
Slow fall.
yep.
Yeah, Monk only got like 2 things, and one was slow fall, and the other one was not good. So I was like,
Well, tell us the cool things you can do.
I have reckless attack and what the hell is it called? Danger sense.
What's reckless attack?
Reckless attack is when you make your first attack on your turn, you can decide to attack recklessly. So I have advantage on my attack, but any attack rolls against me also have advantage.
Ooh.
So it's like a trade. And then danger sense is just I have advantage on dex saving throws against effects you can see while not blinded, deafened, or incapacitated. So like traps and stuff that I can see ahead, I get advantage on them now.
Cool.
But I decided, because it's Beans, he's a barbarian monk, I decided to level up monk this time because like the closer he gets to like
You mean
hell
barbarian.
and demon, barbarian, God, barbarian, because the closer he gets to like hell and like that side of him, he's gonna level up barbarian, and the further away he gets from that and more towards like his actual goals, he's gonna level up monk.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's the best like character way to treat that.
Cool.
Because
like
originally
that.
I was just gonna keep leveling up monk, but I think it's more interesting that way.
Yeah.
But yeah, whenever I made this encounter yesterday, I was like, I definitely want y'all to fall out of a ship. I've had that idea in my head for a little bit.
I loved that, by the way. It's just
Yeah.
such good imagery.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
it's so fun.
It's just like automatically epic.
Yeah.
And I had to do a lot of like test runs of like how many rounds will it take y'all to get to the proboscis and how many rounds will it take for it to fall. And it was pretty much if like none of you were like dashing the whole way, then like you wouldn't have hit it. Like you kind of had to not grab the parachute.
Yeah.
or
That's what
you
I
were
was
fucked.
Well, good thing we're so brave.
Well, that was like when, like, I think at one point, like, I was like, I can't grab a pit. Like, you cannot, or it'll hit the ground. And so it was like, no, it's fine. We're on track. I was like, I don't think there's any way to get it unless you just don't grab a parachute and hope somebody else can
Yeah.
get
Well, that's
you.
why you're the one in the party who knows how
And-
to do math.
And you were supposed to be deterred from doing that by the demons, which like a little bit, but
I
like they're
kind of
supposed
wanted
to like
them to hit the boys just so we could see what they did.
yeah. Well, they
I
were
wanted the boys to get a little fucked up so we could be like, thank God we saved you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and it was supposed to start with because I forgot to do explosion damage to everyone except for Beans because Beans saw it coming, and
I think that would have made us a little more nervous to
exactly
go through them.
The explosion damage was it was going to be 3d6. So y'all like get hit by that, and then the demons are down there, and they both do like if they hit, they do 2d6.
Yeah.
So they were supposed to like really fuck you up and really like kind of make you wary of going to the proboscis, and it was going to take somebody to be like fuck it, we gotta dive, or like an action surge to like get down there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was planning to have to use my action surge either if I was going to go get it or if you got it and then I could action surge to get to you and pull your parachute.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, when you put the numbers like that, I think Beans would have survived even if he got hit every round for max damage on
Yeah.
everything. He still would have made it.
Yeah.
My other plan was to have you like toss the proboscis if you were hitting the ground
Yeah.
too hard, to toss it and I could like levitate, like I could like cushion
Yeah.
the fall with my telekinesis and then like just take the damage on our bodies.
If we hit the ground, we would have.
No, we would have died, but like if
Yeah.
we had
20
been
decent.
no, I
Like,
mean if we had
instant
like
death.
if we had been dragging, like if we had opened our parachutes
Oh,
too
but
late,
just-
or if somebody had been trying to grab
Yeah.
us, but it was too much weight on the parachute, like something like that.
Like we would have hit, but with some resistance. So
Yes.
like we just would
Yeah.
have gotten hurt.
obviously not if we had just splattered.
I like there was a moment in the middle there. I was like, I have to make a decision to go get it, and I was like, Beans could die. Like you can't like fudge that, right? It's
No,
like,
I would have saved you.
The whole
You keep saying
the
that.
point of this encounter was supposed to be like the most like y'all are out of the nest, but and like also y'all almost
Yeah,
just died
literally.
like
we
2
literally got
episodes
pushed
ago.
out of the nest.
And like it kind of wasn't supposed to be like this is like a super deadly. This was in my mind the most non-deadly deadly encounter because it was like you're looking at death right there because that's like instant death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's
And
also like you either die or you don't.
Yeah.
It's not like anyone's going down.
it was a little
what do
bit
we
more of
do?
like
Yeah.
the proboscis and like what do you face
Yeah.
like losing that.
We could have,
Yeah.
because we would have had to sacrifice the.
Yeah.
Like there's a
Yeah, like
there's a
that's-
version of that where we have to.
You
Yeah.
sacrifice. And then I think I would have done like y'all have to. There were like ghost butterflies somewhere, and y'all need to like go kill one or something.
Oh no, they're
But-
ghosts.
I mean,
Exactly.
there's also like animals called like ghost something.
Shut up! It
They're
would have
not,
made
like, actual
we
ghosts.
would have just said they're ghosts to make us feel better.
Yeah, that would have been fun, but
Uh,
I'm glad we.
But yeah, I was
succeeded.
like, oh, we could. Like at some point, I was like, do we sacrifice the proboscis? But I was like, I feel like they made it very clear that like Talia and Gracker do
Are
not
going to
have
die.
long.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I was like, well,
True, maybe it wouldn't have been as fun.
like
Yeah.
I feel like if we had to go find the ghost butterflies, we'd get back and like one of them was dead. Which also
Yeah.
is like we
need both their
information
stories.
from them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not
this
that, like-
I'm definitely feeling the urgency with this whole
Good.
mission.
Yeah.
Like of like we've got to get back. Like,
I
it
think
was
the
like we've got to get to the boat. We've got to get on it. Like,
well,
we were
also,
not
how the fuck do we
interested.
get back? But we'll cross that bridge. We
We'll
don't have
figure
it.
it
We
out.
don't have a ship anymore.
Eh,
Yep.
These people don't strike me as they have an airship lying around.
who
Yeah, they
knows?
seem like they kind of been in this spot for a long time. Maybe they're nomads. That would not help us.
that would we'd still have the same issue.
Yeah, I put 'em
Chet
in
could
there.
fly us back one by one.
That'll be so fast.
I put the furbolgs in there because I feel like they're a race in D&D that you never see.
Yeah, I need to look them up because I was like,
Yeah.
They're like giant kin kind of.
yeah,
like,
I've seen them before, but I need
they're like
a reminder.
Viking kind of European.
Oh, thank God I have this thing that connects to the internet right in front of me.
Yeah, I'm looking them up.
My last. Hang
Oh,
on.
they're cute.
The last thing I've typed into my Google search is hottest man in fantasy movies.
Oh,
Oh, did it say Aragorn?
Aragorn.
Yeah,
first,
that's what I thought. So
Fair.
who was the second?
Dyson, Lost Girl.
Okay, never mind.
I
This
don't
list
know-
actually doesn't seem credible.
I don't know any of them. There's Hercules on here, and then Sam and Dean Winchester from Supernatural. This
What?
feels like it's very like
2014.
skewed.
Okay, this is ridiculous. But Aragorn is timeless.
Yeah.
So.
Was I looking at furbolgs?
They're spelled like firebolgs without the E. It's like FIR.
Oh, so like how it sounds, furbolg. I've seen it before, so I know it's an I.
Beans
Sorry.
is gonna die next episode.
That's it
Beans
for
is
me,
dead.
folks.
I actually retcon Beans doesn't catch the proboscis and
A
Beans
reclusive
dies.
race who preferred to avoid contact with other sentient races.
Too bad.
We're contacted.
We're consider yourselves contacted.
They're very like they almost have goat like or like creature like their ears kind of come down and they have like a nose that's like almost like a satyr.
There's kind of a sexy one.
I know. I love looking up D&D races because there's always like the big beefy like kind of like normal art from the player's handbook version.
And then like a female
And-
one in a bikini.
yeah,
Like
and then-
third on Google Images.
yeah, and then there's like somebody from Twitter who like made them skinny and sexy.
Sorry, some of these are cute. Maybe I want to play a
They're like
furbolg.
really cute.
Oh, like a cow. I don't know. Those feel like a cow nose.
Smash.
Okay.
We've got to do this with visuals. We got to do a filmed episode where we play Smash or Pass.
But yeah, y'all meet them, and they seem to know a lot about like herbs and healing.
Yeah.
So, but also y'all know that the nectar of the like some kind of ghost flower will heal all the girls, but y'all don't know what to get for Talia and Cracker though.
Yes.
Oh, that's right. So we need to like.
So we
ask
got to make a
them.
good first impression.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I feel like I don't know, us crash landing might not be the worst impression. Like, we don't seem like a threat, right? We seem so silly.
Oh yeah. Instead of like walking up and getting like blow darted.
Yeah.
Or what are they? Did you say they have guns?
No, they have like spears. Like look
You
at
did
they're
say
like
guns.
You said
they're like
guns, but I was like, maybe he meant like.
I think I said
spear
guns in my head and then I just said it out loud
Yeah.
for some
Like
reason.
crossbows.
I was thinking like crossbows.
They have like cross. They're like modern to an extent.
Yeah.
Like they have like huts, and they're like Viking kind of culture
Yeah.
instead of
like a
yeah.
longhouse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You also said that who plays video games? One of the guys said
Nails.
they play video
Nails.
Yeah. Nail said video like what?
Video
like
games. And I was
crystal-
like, wait
crystal
a
Yeah.
games.
damn
Plays video
minute.
games.
Wait a damn minute.
I believe him.
Yeah, he does. But yeah,
Nails, and maybe some of them play Arcane.
He has a
Always.
it's like a giant sending stone, basically. But
Oh my
it, like,
God, that
has
would be-
pictures on it.
It would be
Exactly.
so fun to have a video game episode. Like how they did. They do it in NADPOD one time.
oh, they're like in the video.
That was the
game.
live show. Was it? Oh no, just kidding.
No, they have one where it's like one of those fucking like snowboarding games,
Yeah.
and they like play it. So like they go like into the game.
That's
Anyway,
Whoa,
that could be
that's
fun.
You like go into
Uh,
crystal.
But yeah, so y'all are in Little Branch.
I'm glad we got there.
Yeah, thank goodness.
Me too. I didn't want to have to like walk.
No, I know. I was like,
I thought we
I
like
was like-
crash landed like not there, and I was
Yeah.
like, damn it.
no.
A+ to Jared for making us crash right where
I knew
we
that
were
wouldn't
going.
be fun. That wouldn't be fun. Y'all are like, I mean, y'all aren't like in the, y'all are in like the forest that's like right outside.
It could be fun, like to like have to traipse through the woods with these like guys that we hate.
But y'all are
and,
going to be doing that
fight things.
anyway.
Yeah,
to
it's
find
like
this
that's
flower.
what's gonna happen after.
It would
they
just
send
be
us on
a
our
lot
way.
of traipsing through the woods if we didn't.
A lot
end
of
up there.
traipsing. A lot
Yeah.
of.
And also, like, the day's young. Like, y'all got to get going.
I know. Well, it's like it's not like we can take a short rest. Which
It's
is
like
why
we
I'm
gotta
really
get
glad I
going.
didn't use my action surge.
Yeah. I mean, y'all probably can, like, once y'all get to the village, but,
could we?
you know, yeah, if y'all need to.
Well, I didn't use any. I didn't even use rage. So
Yeah.
Well, there's not. I don't know. I don't want them to die.
Yeah.
The faster we get back, the more we can be like, tell us everything you know. I'm not kidding right now. I'm sick of not knowing the
if they're alone though,
mysteries.
I think they're gonna be guarded. I also think that like Fia's gonna be like locked up in the dungeon or some shit.
Oh, I think. They're gonna have like Golden Order people.
Yeah.
Talia and Gracker.
Like I think we're gonna get back and the school is gonna be swarming with Golden Order.
Yeah, me too. But I think we could maybe like
Good thing I'm sneaky.
trying to think of like some sort of like if this is a bunch of Golden Order like enforcement and they don't fully understand the situation, I think we could disguise like bring them an old yearbook and like disguise it as gossip and be like, hey, like I just want to make you feel better. Like, oh my god, like remember this girl? Like what was up with her? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that like they like think that it's like oh my god, it's just girls gossiping.
Or we could just try to befriend one of them. Like find this dumbest one. And,
Or we could like
befriend
kill
him.
them, the guards.
Okay. I said befriend and you said kill.
I have sleep. I don't know.
I could
if they're
sneak
Golden
around.
Order guards, they're
I got
probably
+6.
pretty powerful.
Let's get sneaking.
True, but we would have to sneak. We could sneak in, but then if they're like in the room listening, but like that's creepy. If they're like in the room of a recovering teenage girl, get out of there.
Is there a spell? Does
we
Sawyer-
haven't even,
we'll figure it
hasn't
out.
even happened
Sorry.
yet. Don't get mad yet. It hasn't even happened. You're okay.
Imagine me making up like a creepy Golden Order guard to get mad at.
I don't know.
Oh, I can't believe you would do that.
Ew, that's literally so invasive.
That's literally our whole thing. We do that all the time.
What was that?
Just rolling.
Stop that.
It was a 5.
Stop.
No, it was a 6. That changes everything. But no, I was super excited for this session. I knew that I've been wanting to like put y'all on the path, give y'all answers, up the stakes. And I think we're doing just that.
Yeah.
And I think like it makes it
Yeah.
easier to create the story and like DM it of like what's in front of y'all and where y'all need to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked it.
This episode and the last episode have been like, I feel like we've really been like uncovering stuff.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Do y'all want to talk about how you leveled up your character?
Yeah, the only thing I leveled up Esta, and I'm not double classing like these guys. So the only thing I got was just a new spell slot, and so I added a real lightning bolt as my 3rd level spell, and I got to use that today. So that's pretty much all that
That
happened,
was awesome.
other than like basic, like my hit points went up, and
Nice.
So it's like a huge lightning bolt. Like the spell is like.
it's 100 feet by 5 feet. It's like a giant like tube.
Here's the thing. Here's the question I have.
And so it hits everybody in the tube, which is
Yeah.
nice. I don't have to like
So
target.
normally you would not be able to spin in a circle.
Hell no.
Like,
Yeah.
because
I
that's
just
like
thought it'd be
totally overfit. No. I know.
Yeah.
I know we were doing it because it was cool,
Yeah.
but like.
because it's instantaneous.
Because then it's like, why wouldn't everyone.
Yeah, all of my spells are like instantaneous, so they don't have like.
It's like,
would
like
be
Uncle
cool.
Iroh when he does his like
Yeah.
Dragon of the West.
Yeah.
It's like, and he spins in a circle. I love him so much. Okay. This episode I don't know, maybe the airships, maybe because we were, I don't know, the whole vibe. And because we fell right into where we were trying to go. The whole thing reminded me of like Avatar, The Last Airbender.
Me
kinda, like-
too.
and maybe because we were kids, like meeting other kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. This was a very like kid
Yeah.
kind of vibe
Yeah.
with the boys.
The boys were so.
That's
fun.
insane that they just like send us out by ourselves to do this important mission.
Hey.
Well, if you don't get it done, then you get a bad grade.
And it's literally. You think we
And,
get more training?
Don't say
And
that.
people die.
You'd think we get more training before this.
That's what I
Yeah.
mean. It's like, oh, it's second day here.
Yeah.
Have fun.
That's why we've been training.
What's the 2 classes?
I've been
Me and
training my
Beans
whole-
have. What have you been doing? Playing
You think I
Arcano
haven't
Ball?
been training my whole life?
For Arcano Ball.
Yeah, for
That's
Arcano
different.
Ball.
That's different.
Or you say my Arcano Ball skills don't
This
come
is
in
the
handy
real world,
in
not the
combat?
Arcano
I wish
Ball
they
feeling.
would.
Oh.
Hey,
Hey.
hey,
You didn't hit a single thing that one.
whatever. I did, today I hit something. No, today I didn't really attack anything. But there
No, no
wasn't
one hit
anything
you.
to it.
No, there was nothing to hit today.
I rolled well today, though, thank God. I probably would have.
Jared didn't. That's for
Probably would
sure.
have thrown in the towel.
Yeah, those
didn't
little
hit
imps
shit.
were.
Yeah.
I hit Wendell and Chet. Oh no, I think I just hit Wendell.
I gave you whatever curse I had for episode 50.
I spit on your dice and cursed them this morning.
Why would you do that? That's disgusting. Do you so y'all like Chet? Chet was the one guy that I was like maybe gonna change. It was between the Chet that y'all have now, and he was still gonna be like a ladies man, like hello ladies.
I love a
But
guy who's like milady.
Instead of
Yeah.
like a frat guy, it was gonna be like a just like a goofy kind of nerdy guy who was like really small and be like, hello, ladies.
Yeah.
No, that would have crossed over into like, we would have been like, wow, you're so creepy. But like Chet, for some reason, I'm like, oh, you're so stupid.
Yeah,
like,
he's got like a minimal amounts of swag that
Good.
Yeah.
it's
There's
tolerable.
It's like a cross between a frat boy and like the anime kid.
Yeah.
Good.
Like, oh, they can't see me.
You know what I mean. Whenever you're doing,
I did it.
like,
I
the
did
little,
an
like,
anime cosplayer
whoa,
movement. Yeah.
and then like the hands and like the
Yeah.
bounciness. Yeah, they know what they.
if you don't know, look it up.
Look it up. Look it up.
Chet is definitely a Reddit user for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
He has one Instagram picture from 3 years ago.
Is he
and
holding a fish?
Heavily
And-
filtered.
no,
It's
Chet. I don't
heavily
think Chet is
filtered.
holding a fish.
It's him with an Aeropostale polo on.
And a
The
fedora.
collar is popped, and he's got red sunglasses and a fedora on.
I think Chet
it's a
would
mirror
have,
selfie.
I think he
Hell
would have been
yeah.
like deep sea fishing.
It's like
There's a
an iPhone
difference.
4.
Chet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Chet. No, that's
No.
you gotta have like
You have
money
to
if
be
you're deep
rich.
sea.
Yeah, you have to be rich.
Chet
to
is.
go
I'm
deep.
gonna say Chet is not wealthy.
We don't know if he is. or
That's
not
funnier.
yet.
He's like, oh, hello, ladies.
Yeah.
And also, he wants to major in social studies, and this is a really good experience for him.
It's so
That was
Saying,
really
like social
funny.
studies, like not like specifying anything. is really
so
funny.
gay.
sociology is social studies.
Yeah, it's like it hasn't been called social studies since I was like in 6th grade.
Yeah, it's such a like fourth grade like.
So I was like social
Wow.
studies, and I was
Social
like, oh yeah,
studies.
they just say that to like encompass anything that's like history or somewhat
Yeah.
socially related. And I was like, oh
Yeah.
damn, real broad over there.
Yeah. Wendell. I think Wendell's my favorite.
Of course, Wendell's.
funny.
I mean, come on.
I feel bad being mean to him.
I love Wendell.
Good.
You were so mean to him.
No, I was mean to
Oh,
him.
you were mean to Nails.
I was mean to Nails.
Okay, I want to talk about
It's
my
okay
cool
to be.
stuff.
Nails is the one that is like you can be mean to him and he's sensitive. Chet's the one where you can be mean to him and he's like, okay, yeah.
It just bounces
And then
off.
Wendell is like, oh, why were you mean to me?
Oh.
I told Wendell to his face it'd be hard to be mean to him.
You did. I you know what? That was big for Beans. Okay, I want to talk about my cool stuff. I leveled up fighter. Obviously, I'm never leveling up bard. Are you kidding me? I only want the level 1 spells. I only want to be able to give people bardic inspiration. Now I have +7 to hit on all my weapons.
Oh yeah.
And I got one more cool thing. Oh, I took a feat called Inspiring Leader. And it's awesome. And it means I can give really cool halftime style pep talks to my party. And maybe you'll see it in action next episode.
Or maybe you won't.
Which means I will have to actually that's so good that it didn't come up this time. Because I have to like write a speech. I'll come up with that on the spot. It's fine. And hopefully it'll be inspiring.
Let's hope.
And if it's not, then that's just part of the imagination of D&D. It's like you were talking about it's hard to play a high charisma character. It's hard to play a character who's good at giving inspiring speeches. 'Cause
Yeah.
then you
No,
have
but
to
it's hilarious.
come up with one.
I think
I'm not gonna plan it.
It's
so
funnier when
it's
they're
gonna be
like,
funny.
no, it's not that inspiring of a speech, but like you roll well or like whatever
Yeah.
it is, like you give a lot of inspiration.
It's not even. It's just like my charisma modifier plus my level, so it's
Yeah.
the same amount every time. I will make it truly inspiring. I will not.
I trust you.
Do we want to do A's and flunks?
Yeah.
All right. A+ for me is I think we accomplished. I think again this session I was like I got everything that I wanted to say. I think y'all knew everything that I wanted y'all to know, and I didn't fuck up the encounter too bad. The only thing was like the explosion damage.
I'm so glad you forgot that because I hate not being at max HP.
I think A+. That was my A+ flunk. I don't know. Feeling light on the flunks again today.
Not a bad
I think we had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And I think this episode had the best that you can do. It is a lot of nervousness, afraid that you're going to die, and also laughing a lot.
Yeah.
And like a little bit of cringing.
Yeah. My A+ is that Beans didn't die.
That's good.
Yeah.
It's a good A+.
I also liked the imagery was really fun for me of like the skydiving and like Beans being like like doing circles around the proboscis like before
That
he
was
could
really
grab
good.
it.
Yeah.
Like that's just like really vivid in my head, and brought me a lot of joy.
Oh.
My flunk is that Lord Arathis wiped Beans' stickiness off his hands.
Yeah.
Fucker
I would think
That
that'd
was
be good.
messed up.
flunked him.
I think it's good because what you want him to be like. Oh yes, I like this gooey.
No, but it upset me.
Yeah, now we know he's evil.
Yeah, everybody knows.
His name is Lord Abrathas. It's not looking good for him.
Everybody knows that evil people hate being sticky, and good people love being sticky.
That tracks so far.
Well, I don't know. Esther doesn't like being sticky.
Oh, plot twist.
Uh-oh.
Esther's a BVEG.
Can you imagine?
All right.
What if it's me?
What else?
My flunk is Campbell's not one to lie.
Oh,
Lord Arathas. But my A+ is Campbell's cool new spell. That she
yeah.
parachuted and blasted.
It was fun.
Imps more like wimps.
Get him.
Why didn't I say that in the session?
But you said it now, so it counts.
No.
My other A+.
No,
is,
now I have to say it episode after.
My other A+ is Sawyer tripping Lord Arathis with an Arcana ball.
I don't know. My A+ is using my new spell in a really silly way because I usually save new things to be used in a really cool way. So it was fun to use it.
I thought it was fucking cool.
In a really,
Yeah, it was
But it was also
cool as
really.
hell.
It was also like imagining her like floating through the air, just like spinning wildly. It's silly.
Yeah.
Just frying a bunch of these little guys.
Like when you were little on a swing set and you would wrap it up so that it
Yes.
would spin. It's like her parachute was tangled
Yeah.
and then it was like
Yeah. So it was fun to use it in a silly way. My flunk is I didn't really know what to say to the boys because I knew she wouldn't like them, but I didn't really know how to talk to them.
You got plenty of time.
I know.
I mean, Esta wouldn't know how to talk to boys. Like, what boys would you? Or unless you had like.
well, also
rich-
just like
rich
these
friends
fucking
your age.
creatures of boys. Like,
Yeah,
like
but I
what
they're
the
like
fuck even
scrunglows.
is this?
Yeah, the only boys I know are like my brothers.
Yeah.
And they're like, I don't know, everyone in my family is just very
Well, they have
like,
jobs.
buttoned and
Yeah.
like elegant, whatever.
I feel like those are just like really snooty conversations.
Yeah, I've never met boys who act like this. It's like, you know.
I've met too many boys that act like this.
Yeah, exactly. So Esther just did not know how to interact with them, and I also did not know how to interact with them. They were fun though. I really enjoyed them.
They came on strong, so.
And then I also like how long have I been playing fucking Dungeons and Dragons, and I still don't understand like action economies. It's like it took so long for me to understand what the fuck was going on in that initiative like sequence. Like
Your flunk is that you need to go learn action economy.
I had no idea what the fuck was going on for so long while we were falling through the sky. I was like, why can't I do this? Like,
What's funny was that I was trying to like just like make it kind of basic because I knew
I know,
that like
but it was like all of a sudden it was like new thing, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm so like,
This
I
wasn't
couldn't learn
really
a new
like-
thing.
this wasn't even like combat. This was like an encounter,
I know, yeah.
which
I think
is like
that's what like tripped me up is I didn't
wanna do
understand
more.
what I was allowed to do and what I
yeah.
wasn't.
But I mean, we talked through it, so
Yeah.
I think I love like we've had our little encounter now. Now I want to do like we'll do like some combat sometime soon, and then
Cool.
probably like another like encounter something because I think that's the most interesting. I don't think I did like an encounter except last time we did like an encounter was I mean the party. I don't think that really counts. There wasn't really a mechanic. Potions
Kinda.
maybe. I feel like we haven't had like a big
Last
fun
encounter was like the
encounter.
Revenant.
That's what I think. So.
Yeah.
That's true, yeah. We haven't had like an encounter with like stakes behind
Stakes,
it
yeah.
in a while. I liked the Revenant encounter.
I liked it too.
It was fun.
I hope we get to do like full combat next. Like, there's something guarding the flower or like something like. I want to like.
You guys are in this like kind of not very settled area. There's going to be some
Yeah,
like
exactly.
scary shit.
And I want to like. I want to see what the Brimstone Boys can do secretly, but I really want to show them how cool we are.
Well, and
Yeah.
also, I mean, like you guys.
Like if one of them gets attacked, and then we can be like, and like save them.
This will be a little kind of teaser for what's to come. Of like, so the mission. The quests are typically to be like, oh, go to this village and like help them with something.
Mm-hmm.
And so this village probably still needs something to help, like someone to help them. But now it's kind of like there's also this side quest you gotta do of like getting the flower.
yeah, that's true.
So
Yeah, that's what I was taking it as, is like they're gonna have a quest for us, but we also have to figure out how to work in getting this flower and
Exactly.
still like probably fulfill our quest.
It's
At least
like
they
we're
know that
probably
we
gonna
want the
have to do
flower.
the original task for them, and then like in return they will show us where this flower is.
Yeah.
They're gonna be like, mix this concrete, and then we'll tell you.
Yeah. Hang these shelves on our wall, and then we'll tell
Well,
you.
it was already labeled as a retrieval mission.
so I gotta go get something.
So yeah, it's like now we have to retrieve 2 things.
Well, it could also be like what we need is buy the flower, so we're able to do them both at the same time. But something
Perfect.
horrible is gonna occur.
Well, and it's something
Chet's
that,
gonna
like,
step on it.
Yeah, I was like, I just hope. Well, I hope the Brimstone Boys all make it out alive with whatever's ahead of us. 'Cause
I don't want them to die.
no, I know, but I'm saying like worst case scenario, it's like we get into an encounter and like one of them goes down and dies, and then it's like,
Yeah.
oh no.
Besides, they're our first Brimstone. You know, they're about what I expected from Brimstone Boys, but none of them are as bad as fucking Garrett, who y'all don't know who I'm talking about as if he is real.
Garrett! God!
Seriously, once. Oh my god.
You asked us if we knew about Garrett, like he was an actual person. in real
Once,
life.
you
Hello,
find
Garrett.
out, once you find out about him, you'll be like, okay.
I was like,
Yeah.
why would I know Garrett?
So none of these boys hold like a grossness candle to him.
I hope he's team 324.
Yeah, what were
And I hope he's
what were
living
our
in the
boys?
dirt.
215.
Yeah, shit.
But we
God damn
deserved to be. We did not deserve to be 323.
No.
We had like the best entrance.
That is
exam
what I have
ever.
been saying this whole time.
We saved Big P. We like totally kicked ass.
Somebody from the inside is fucking us over, and I think it's Lord Arathis.
I think it's that people's standards. I think that it's people's values system is all messed up.
No, because they said like, oh, this was created by the Golden Order. I think
Well,
it's
remember we
intentionally
were
like.
supposed to get the items and help that guy find his toilet paper, and then we were supposed to not blind the like ogre or like troll in cold blood and all that.
Listen.
stuff.
There's no situation in which Jared would not have put us at 323 because
Should've
we
put
have
us in
to
number 1.
start at the bottom to like.
Well, we're
We
already
have to have
moving up.
somewhere to grow.
We already have a floor with carpet.
I mean, hey, you could,
Maybe tomorrow night is king size bed.
he could have put us at number
we
one.
do have a king size.
He
bed.
could have put us at number 1 and like put a big target on our back, because like everybody would be like, "What the fuck? You guys just got here."
Well, maybe we'll rise up, and then people will be like,
we are rising up. We better get back, and Miss Gray will be like, "You guys are number 100."
All right.
But yeah, all right. Thank you so much for listening to Stiddy Break. Tune in next week for another special episode or something. And follow our socials. Get on our Discord. Hope you're enjoying everything. And thank you for sticking around to episode 17. Crazy. Let's see how long we can ride this horse.
I can ride a horse for a long time.
"That's true. I can ride a horse for a short time.
Oof.
Long if my life depends on it."
Doesn't sound good then. All right. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye.